Okay, darling, let's get started. I am actually wearing my underwear today because my things are in the wash, and this is Zara's, not shapewear, but it's like they're sort of, you know, I don't know what it is, but it's very good for under white dresses. I was just saying to the team. Okay, we're doing arms today, aren't we?
We are. We're going to do upper body. We're going to work those arms. So you need a couple of books, at least one book anyway. Actually, you need two books. What am I saying? You need two books. Where's my book? And you need a long band, or a belt, or a towel.
Yeah.
You need a chair.
Okay, I got it.
Okay, and then as soon as we have all of those tools, you're going to come over to your mat.
Yeah.
I'm going to start off with a cat-dog stretch. So just flexing and extending the spine, bringing in a little bit of movement to the spine. Deep breath in, flex, and exhale, extend. Trinny, did you eat quite late last night?
Well, we went there at 7, but I didn't leave till like 10:30. So
Oh, okay, right.
Solidly.
So how are your energy levels? Because sometimes if you eat late, you don't sleep. They're okay?
Yeah, they're all right, just about.
You're going to come to your neutral spine. I want you to push your hips back just a little bit, and then you're going to reach your right arm up to the sky. Take a really deep breath in, and then exhale, reach under your left arm. So you're rotating that thoracic. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach under. One more time. Good. And then switch to do the same on the other side. So that left arm reaches up towards the sky. Deep breath in. And exhale, you reach under. You've got one more. Back to the center, place that hand down. You're going to come into a reciprocal reach now. So I want you to reach your right arm forwards and your left leg back. You keep your hips tucked in. I don't want to see that leg right in the air and your back arching. Your hips are tucked in, your left buttock is firing. You're lifting that arm nice and high. And what you're doing is you're firing up the leg and the glutes a little bit, as well as the arm and your core. And you're going to hold this for another 5. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. Bring that arm and the leg back down, and switch to do the same on the other side. So you're reaching. Imagine someone is stretching out your body. They're pulling your leg, but they're also pulling your arm. Make sure those hips stay turned down towards the center. Hips are tucked in. 3, 2, 1. Bring that arm down. And now you're going to extend your left leg, extend your right leg. And I want you to push back into a downward dog and then come forwards into a plank. So you're going to go from a downward dog to a high plank. So you're getting a little bit of a stretch through the backs of the legs, and you start to fire up the shoulders a little bit too. Inhale as you plank, exhale to downward dog. Good, fantastic. And when you come into that plank, your arms are straight, your hips are tucked, you're squeezing your butt, and you've got another 15 seconds here. Perfect. Going for another 2 downward dogs. Good. Last one. Come into your high plank and hold. You're going to bring your left foot to the outside of your left hand and reach your left arm up to the sky. Deep breath in. So you're coming into that dynamic lizard. And then that arm goes down. So you're going to bring your left foot to the outside of your left hand. So we're coming into that stretch. So you bring your foot forwards and you rotate and reach. Perfect. And you want to keep that back leg nice and straight so you're getting length through the front of the hip. And then you're going to feel a bit of a stretch around the hip. Perfect. Going for another 2. Nice. And then one more. Good. Bring that right foot back. and then come up onto your feet. Nice. I want you to get your long band or your dressing gown, cord, or a towel. If it's a nice long towel, you're going to roll it so it ends up in a sausage shape, and you're going to do some band pullovers. So you can stretch out the chest and mobilize the shoulders. Trinny, what trainers are you wearing this morning?
I'm just wearing my my Russell Bromley ones.
Okay, you're wearing fashion shoes.
Yeah, I just didn't have any. I haven't got access to my stuff because I'm.
Okay, so no, just we might need to take them off for some exercises. That's all.
Yeah.
Which is good because training sort of barefoot or with your, I get you to do that sometimes because you've got so many nerve endings in your feet.
Okay.
One more. Okay, and then stop. Right, the first exercise you're going to do are tricep dips. So it's to grab your chair. And we're going to do some tricep dips. Make sure those shoulders are set back, those fingertips are turned forwards. And we've been doing these fairly regularly, which is great because it means you can start to really notice yourself progress. Hips off the edge of the chair. You're going to inhale, lower yourself down, exhale, push. Lower, push. So you're really challenging the backs of those arms. Lengthen out your legs to work those arms a little bit harder. And this one, it really does isolate those triceps. So it really does work the backs of those arms. You're going to get that nice toned arm. And if you've got muscle there, the skin is going to be clinging to that muscle a lot better. So it doesn't look loose, it looks taut. Good. Deep breath in to dip, exhale to push. Perfect. Lengthen your legs a little bit more if you can. That's it. Going for another 3. Go for 2. One more. Take a seat on your chair. Just shake off those wrists, roll them around a couple of times, and then you're going to be using your band. So you need your band, your belt, or your towel. Something to make a nice long shape like this. And you want to have quite a bit of tension on the band. You're going to lie on your stomach, and we're going to work on your back muscles and your posture because it's all connected. You want to have strong lats, then you're going to have nice toned arms. So I want you to lie down on your stomach. You're going to reach your arms long. Your hands are holding that band. You probably, I don't know if you can see, I'm lying on my stomach, so we're going into a Superman variation. I want you to lift your arms and then pull the band to just in front of your throat. So it comes to your collarbone, and you're pulling it apart, and you'll bring the shoulders down. Then inhale, you reach forwards, and then exhale, you pull it down, but pull it apart. And you're going to feel your biceps working as well here. So it's a really great arm toning exercise. You reach forwards as much as you can. You stretch those arms long. So you're reaching your fingertips forward, so your arms end up in front of your head. And then you pull down. Activate the back as much as you can. You pull those shoulders back. Lift the chest. Good. And you want to keep the arms bent as you pull them down. So Trinny, you reach forwards and then you pull straight down to the collarbone. That's it. Lift the chest, really squeeze the back. Feel like you're sliding your shoulder blades into your back pockets. Good. You've got another 3. Nice. Inhale, go for 2. Exhale. Perfect. You've got 1 more. And stop. You're going to rest in child's pose for a couple of seconds. Good. Relaxing those shoulders. And then you're going to come into a plank, okay? So I want you to come into a plank. Your forearms are going to be down on your mat, and you're going to step your left foot out, then your right foot out. So you're going from side to side with your feet. That left foot comes out, tap to the ground, back to the center, right foot, then tap to the center. Upper mid-back is lifted, hips are tucked in, belly button is drawing up towards your spine. And then this is very, very gentle cardio, and you also are challenging, you're shifting your weight from side to side, so you're going to be working those arms a little harder here. Yeah, take rest if you need, especially if you feel a lot of tension in the neck and shoulders. You can always put your arms on your chair as well, which is going to take some of the intensity down. You've got 3, 2, 1, rest in child's pose. Completely relax. Hands next to your feet, rest your head on the ground. Take a deep breath in and then exhale, slowly stack up. You're going to roll those shoulders back a couple of times. And I want you to grab your band, come up onto your feet, and you're going to do some band revolutions. We're just going to try and improve our shoulder mobility and get a little bit of flexibility working for the chest between our exercises today. Trinny, how are your legs and glutes feeling after the Monday session with the band?
Fine. I didn't feel anything, to be honest.
Sorry?
I didn't feel anything, actually.
Trinny, that's great. That means that you're getting you're strong.
But I don't feel strong or fit.
You are. It's been a gradual progression, but if you were to do that exercise, those exercises, let's say the beginning of lockdown, you would have had some intense muscle aches.
Okay, good. That's great.
Yeah.
Maybe I felt something this morning because I got out feeling cranky. Maybe it's taken me 2 days.
Oh, that's completely not so. It can take 48 hours for delayed onset muscle soreness. Right, you're going to put that band down and we're going back to the chair. And also, that is a sign of being fit. The more delayed that muscle soreness the more delayed you feel it, the fitter you are, the stronger your muscles are. Wowie! Pull those shoulders back, set them down, neck is lengthened, hips off that bench. You inhale, lower, exhale, push. Lengthen out those legs if you want to make it a little more challenging. Good, nice strong push. See if you can lengthen out those legs. You've only got 15 seconds to go. Good, deep breath in to lower. Exhale to push up. Keep those shoulders pulled back. It's quite tough on the wrist, so if you at home feel that this is quite uncomfortable for you, get your books and extend and bend them above your head. You've got 2 more. Last one, and stop. Roll those wrists around, bring a little bit of movement back in there, shake it off. You're going to grab your band, your towel or your belt, and we're going to go into the Superman with the lat work, your latissimus dorsi, your big back muscles. So you need to lie down on your stomach. And just to remind you, you're reaching your arms forwards and then pulling down, pulling the band or the belt apart, setting the shoulders down. So you're lying down, I want you to squeeze your butt, lift your chest, pull the band down to your throat, pulling it apart, and then you reach those arms forwards, and only when they're forwards and straight, you rest your head back down on the mat. That's it. And this one is great for working on your posture as well, because it's a counter exercise to that flexion that we're often in, especially when working at a computer or looking at a phone. Exhale to pull down, and then inhale to reach forwards. Good, really pull those shoulders back. Good, you can get more from this exercise the more you think about which muscles you want to activate. So really getting the shoulders back and pulling them down, pulling that band apart, get a lot of tension on the band. You've got 1 more, and stop. You're going to rest in your child's pose for a few seconds. Release your back, let it elongate. And taking some deep breaths. Okay, gradually come out of that child's pose. You're going to come into that plank variation where your forearms are down and you're tapping one foot out, then the other foot out to the side. Good, lower the hips a little bit, keep them tucked in, and use your butt to abduct that leg away from your midline. Exhale to bring the leg out, inhale to bring it back to the center. Good. Keep lifting that upper mid back to keep your shoulder blades nice and safe and sort of glued to your rib cage. You've got 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, rest in child's pose. Take a really deep breath in as you exhale. You're going to come up onto your feet. You're going to get your band to do the band revolutions, bringing it up and over your head. Stretching out the chest. And this is the, sort of the 4th time you're doing this, so you should really start to feel those shoulders free up a little bit. You're creating space. And then you're going to go into your last round of this, because we're doing 3 rounds today, because the more rounds you do, the more damage you create to the muscle. You want to create that damage, because then it has to repair, and that is how you gain muscle and you get stronger. So you're going to put that band down, grab a sip of water if you need, come back to your chair, and we've got those tricep dips. Okay, so fingertips turned forwards, shoulders set down into position, hips are just off the edge of the chair, and we go. You inhale, lower yourself down, exhale, push yourself up purely with those triceps. Maybe this is too easy for you at home and you want to elevate your feet on another chair, and then that's really tough. Or yeah, that's it, Trinny, you can go for one leg at a time. Try to keep those shoulders back to keep the joints, or especially that biceps tendon, nice and safe. You're going for another 15 seconds. You're halfway, so if you want to switch which leg you have up. Good. Keep that neck elongated. You've got another 3. Go for 2 dips. Last one, and rest. Shake off those wrists, roll them around a couple of times. Then you're coming into that Superman variation with your band. Lying down on your stomach. Reach your arms forwards. Hips tucked in, lift your chest, pull that band down towards your collarbone. Inhale, reach forwards, and relax your head down. Good. Lift that upper body, really pulling your shoulders back. Think about opening the chest. Think of it as almost as a stretch for your chest. So this is fantastic for the posture. You should feel that your biceps are working a little bit here, and your back muscles. You've got 2 more. Perfect. Last one, and then you're resting in child's pose. Good. Rest in your child's pose to release your neck and release your back. And then you're coming into your plank, and it's the last time doing this plank variation. So forearms are down and they are parallel. Lift your knees, extend your legs, hips tucked in, and we're going to go into those leg abductions. So you tap one foot out, then the other. Good. Exhale as you bring the leg out. Inhale back to the center. Nice. Keep lifting that belly button. Make sure everything is working to its maximum. No muscle gets left behind. 8 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Rest in child's pose. Taking in really deep breaths, let the body recover a little bit. Get rid of the lactic acid. And then on your next out breath, you're going to slowly stack up. You're going to grab that band again, do the band revolutions, then have a sip of water, and we're going to be into your next round of exercises. So let's stretch out the chest. Try and keep your arms a little bit closer together when you do this. Good, last one. And stop. Grab a sip of water, stay hydrated, and then we're going to go into your next round. So you've got another 15 seconds of recovery, and then we're into our next round of exercises. Okay, so Trinny, the next thing you're going to do is a plank and push-up combination. You're going to be in a modified push-up position. So your hands are going to be on your mat, and your knees on your mat, your hips tucked in. So not your hips like this, they're going to be pushed forwards, tucked in, bottom is squeezed. Then you're going to lift your right hand, lower, lift your left hand, lower, come into one push-up. Then your right hand lifts, left hand lifts, one push-up. Really fantastic for the shoulders, really fantastic for those triceps and your obliques. So you're also working your stomach here.
So I start with my arms in forearms.
Hands down. Always hands down here. You're going to lift your right arm in the air. So Trinny, you start with your hands down on the ground, not your forearms. That's it. I want you to lift your right arm, lower the arm back, lower the hand down, lift your left arm, lower the hand down, and then do one push-up. Don't worry if it's a partial push-up, as long as you're challenging your triceps. So you're going to lower the chest, good, push, lift your right arm, lower, lift your left arm. So you want to lift both arms, not at the same time, unilaterally, and then you do the push-up.
I just did that,
yeah. Push, lift, lower, push-up. Good, hips stay tucked in. Nice, and it's all about stability. Keep your pelvis as fixed as possible. You're going to feel that this is a pretty tough exercise, especially for that stomach when you lift the arm. Nice, you've got 20 seconds to go. Good, lift, lower, chest down towards the ground. Rest it. Is this coming into the wrist a little bit, Trinny?
No, I just keep getting my bracelet caught.
Oh, okay. You've got one more. Lower and rest. Come up onto your feet. Grab your books, and you want reasonably heavy books for this because you're going to do bicep curl to shoulder press. So of course, if you've got dumbbells at home, you can use dumbbells or a kettlebell. And you're going to keep your shoulders back, you curl, and then push the weights up above. above your head. Sorry, the book's up above your head. So you want to go reasonably heavy here because biceps are quite a strong muscle group. So shoulders. And it's just, we're just isolating it. Your hips are tucked in, you're squeezing your butt, but your knees are reasonably soft. That's it, fantastic. So you exhale as you curl and press. Inhale to lengthen those arms. Good, so now we're working the front of the arm and the shoulders. So you don't just want to work the back of the arm, you want to work the whole arm, and that way you're going to get a really nice shape. Keep those shoulders back. Good, push. Keep tucking those hips in, try not to start arching the back. You want to tuck in, activate those abdominals. Good. And now you're going to finish just with the shoulder presses. So hands in front of the chest, you press and then lower. Press, lower. Exhale to push up. Inhale to bring those arms down. You've got another 6. Good, go for 5. Just holding them right in front of the chest, and then you push right up. 2. Good, last one. And stop there. You're going to put those books down for a second. We're going to have a quick stretch for the neck. So I want you to have your hands flexed, shoulders set back, tilt to your right ear to your right shoulder. Then take your right hand rather, and place it on the left side of your head. Back to the center, switch sides. Back to the center, hands at the base of the throat, and we're just going to stretch out the front of the neck now. Shoulders pull down. And slowly switch to do the same on the other side. So we're going to add in a little mobility or stretch protocol between these exercises. Back to the center, roll those shoulders back. And you're back to your first exercise, the push-up with the plank combinations and the arm lift. So your hands are down, hips are tucked in, you lift your right arm, lift your left arm, and then you come into your push-up. Good. You can regress this by doing it on a chair. So your hands are against your chair. That's going to make it a lot easier because you're not having to look, you haven't got gravity pulling you down so much. Good. Inhale to lower the chest, exhale to push. Inhale, lift your right arm, your arm, exhale, lower. Good. Halfway. Push, that's it. Perfect, Trinny. Just 10 seconds to go. Remember, you're keeping those hips nice and stable every time you lift your arm. There's a bonus, you get in a really good core exercise. Last push, and rest for a couple of seconds. Good. Okay, you can come up onto your feet and get ready to go with those books. So first of all, you start off with the bicep curl to shoulder press, and then you just go into the shoulder press. Deep breath in, exhale, curl, and press. And when those books are above your head, again, your core is really working, because if it wasn't, you would just collapse and your spine would snap. So you're really using those abs. You're tucking, everything's nice. You're in that canister position. So rib cage is positioned directly over the pelvis. Good. Exhale. Fantastic. Good. Keep those hips tucked in. Right. Just shoulder presses now. You push up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, push. Good. Biceps should end up next to those ears. Go for 10. 9. We want to really fatigue the shoulders with repetitions. Good. Go for 4. 3. Last 2. Last 1. And stop. Books down. Stretch of the neck. Hands flex, shoulders down. Tilt your right ear to your right shoulder. Take your right hand, place it on the left side of your head. Make sure you're actively pushing that left arm down and pulling it back. Then you're going to feel more of an elongation through the upper trapezius. And come back to the center. Let's do the same on the other side. You gently tilt your head in the opposite direction. Good. Back to the center, hands at the very base of the neck. You pin the fascia down. And you're going to look up towards the right corner of the room. Pulling those shoulders back, feeling that sternocleidomastoid stretch out. Back to the center, and then let's switch to do the same in the opposite direction. Is Lila still baking you lots of goodies, Trinny?
Baking me?
Yes.
Sometimes she baked me the most delicious hazelnut cookie.
She's really into her baking, isn't she?
Yeah, she is.
Right, roll those shoulders back a couple times. It's dangerous, though, to have baked goods in the house. Right,
No,
you're going to
enjoyable.
Sorry?
It's not dangerous, it's enjoyable.
It is, well, it's very enjoyable. You're going to come into that last round, okay? Hands down, underneath the shoulders, knees down, hips tucked in. Squeeze your butt, you're going to lift your right arm, then lower, left arm, lower, lower your chest down, and push. Hips stay tucked in. Good. Working with the breath. Inhale, lower. Exhale to push. You need that exhale to give you that little bit of power. Good. Lift, lower, lift, lower. Perfect. Over halfway, you've got 20 seconds left. Nice. Go right down towards the ground and then push up. Last one. Push and then rest. Have a little rest. Then you're into the last round of the shoulder presses. So you're going to grab your books. And the last round is the best round because it's the last time you're doing it. You're going to take a deep breath in, exhale, curl, and then press. Keep the chest open, elbows are tucked in towards the torso as you curl, and then you push those weights up above the head. The more your hips are tucked, the more you're going to feel those abdominals switch on. Good. Exhale, push up. Inhale, lower. Nice. Keep squeezing the butt as well. You can always get in a little bit of glute work because it's going to help. Well, it is your hip stabilizer. Good. Perfect, Trinny. Let's go straight into just those shoulder presses now. You're going to lower the arms and then push straight up. After this, you've got one more exercise, and it is your finisher. And then you're stretching. You thought I'd never say those words. Keep going. Deep breath in, lower. Exhale, push right up. Let's go for 4 more. Press. Go for 3. Good. 2. Keep those hips tucked. Last one. Put those books down. We're going to quickly go into your last exercise. You've got 60 seconds of this combination. You're going to do a lizard, back, lizard, then plank up, down on both sides. So you're going to lower on one forearm and push, then lower on the other forearm. Then you're back to the lizard. So you're getting a little bit of release with that lizard and the chest opener between repetitions. 60 seconds. Are you ready? Then it's all over and you are relaxing. Let's go. Good. Big reach. Send that foot back. Good. Forearms go down onto the ground. Then you push back up. Then you lower on the opposite forearm. So you do 2 of those commandos. Perfect. Lower the hips a little bit as you do this. Nice, Trinny. You are halfway through. Perfect. Big reach. Open that chest. And go down onto those forearms. Really powerful exercise for toning the arms. You can do it. That's it. Enjoy that stretch a little bit longer if you need to. 10 seconds to go. You can do it. 1 more round, 1 more, and then it is over and you are lying down. Yes. Finish on that commando plank. Good. Perfect. 1 more down, up, and rest. Completely rest. Relax, taking some deep breaths. Okay, you're going to lie on your back. And we're going to start off with the spinal rotation and stretch for the chest, because we did just focus on upper body today, so we won't spend too much time stretching the lower body. I want you to bring your arms out into the 90-degree angle. So your palms are turned up to the sky, your chest is nice and open. Good. And then you're going to cross your right leg all the way over your left leg. Good. Lift your legs towards your torso and then lower them to the left. Look to your right. Then place your right hand on top, your left hand on top of your right knee. Taking some really deep breaths. And let your whole body just melt into the ground. Let all of your tension go, especially on that out breath. Allow that left side to be pressed down a little bit more. Gradually your chest will open up. You did a lot of your the band revolutions today, so your chest should actually be feeling a little more flexible for this one. Hold for another 8. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, bring yourself back to the center. Switch sides. Left leg over your right leg, lift your legs up, and lower them to the right, look to your left. So you can just anchor that knee down. Taking really deep breaths. When you fill your lungs, you expand your ribs, and as a byproduct, you stretch out your muscles more. And it's a chance to focus on your breath, because the rest of the day, undoubtedly, you're going to be shallow breathing, because that's what we do subconsciously. Hold for another 5, 3, 2, take a deep breath in, and exhale, return to the center. Okay, you're going to bring yourself back to the center, and I want you to have a really big stretch. So you reach your arms above your head, you reach your legs long. Good. Really nice big stretch. That's it, fantastic. And then you're going to elongate that lower back by coming into a happy baby pose. I want you to bend your knees, have your elbows on the inside of your knees and your hands on the outside of your feet. So you're holding the outside of your feet with your hands and your elbows on the inside of your knees. And then you lift your feet up and pull them apart. And this is a really nice way for lengthening out that lower back. Lift your feet up towards the sky, but keep your knees bent. So lift your feet a little higher. That's it. Elbows on the inside of the knees, hands on the outside of the feet. Okay, then you're going to come back to the center, and I want you to turn around. We're going to stretch out those lats because you did work them hard with the Superman exercise. You're going to turn over into a child's pose. Your knees are going to be apart, and you're reaching your arms long. From there, you're going to walk your hands over to the left. So you're creating a C curve with your spine. Keep your right hand pinned down on the ground. Place your left hand on top of your right hand to act as an anchor. And you're going to actively pull yourself over to the right. So you are feeling underneath the shoulder blades stretched out. You're getting in that lateral flexion for the spine. Try and push your hips back towards your heels just a little bit more. If this is uncomfortable for your knees or anything, you can put a cushion underneath your knees, and you can even put a cushion between your heels and your butt too. Now you're going to walk your hands to the other side. And you're going to anchor your left hand down with your right hand and pull it into the left side of your body. Good. Come back to the center. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, very slowly stack up. And you can stay kneeling, and I want you to interlink your fingers behind your back. So you can come up onto your knees if that's comfortable. Interlink your fingers behind your back, and then open up the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Just for a couple of seconds. That's it. And then you're going to place your hands at the base of your neck. And we're going to go into that stretch again. You're going to look up towards the corner of the room. Pulling those shoulders back. Then slowly draw a circle down and then up towards the other corner. Keep pulling those shoulders back. Come back to the center. I want you to come up onto your feet, and you're going to roll down, and now we're going to create a bit of traction for the thoracic. You're going to interlink your fingers behind your head and bring your chest towards, bring your chin towards your chest. And just let the weight of your arms pull your head down a little bit. So you're getting a bit of a stretch along the sides of the thoracic, creating a bit of space between those vertebrae. Okay, let those arms hang long. Take a deep breath in Gently rock from side to side just to release that lower back. This is the last thing you're doing. Stop in the center. Take a really deep breath in. As you exhale, slowly step up for 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll the shoulders back, set them down. Posture is set. And your bat wing workout is complete.
Thank you, darling.